Language, like learning languages is difficult. I'm just saying as somebody who's also like learning languages. Like of course, like English. English is not my first language, obviously. I think one of the most difficult parts is to actually get the courage to do it and speak it to people, speak it in public. Of course, like I can of course learn from books and everything, but actually having the courage to speak with people, to share your current proficiency with them, it was a challenge for me too, because like before, I mean now I don't really care so much, but before I was the type who was, really afraid of, people's judgment. The thing is like, oh, I don't want to speak the language. What if people think I suck? And what if people make fun of me? That kind of thing, And what if like I feel like I remember like this was really way back, but the thing is with accents, you can't really help it. You can't help it with accents, like I'm speaking like this, like of course I do have an accent, like of course. that's just like that's just how my tongue is wired and everything. Of course, if I speak a certain language, I would have an accent. But then, because I've never been told that I had a heavy accent. The first time I got told that my accent was strongish, I was like, oh, I kind of took it as a failure on my part, and I really like thought about it, like, oh no, like as a bad thing. But that was me back then. But right now, I don't think having accents a bad thing at all. It's it's kind of like a part of your identity, Learning is a process, I guess. If we don't make mistakes, we don't learn. And if you're afraid of making mistakes, then you won't start, right? And starting is very, very important. English, I mean, technically, like, I guess if you speak English, a lot of people will have like accents, obviously, because people are from different parts of the world. People are like raised differently, and even like if you're in a country, like I guess in America or whatever or something, you'll have different accents. You'll have different accents. Depends on where you're from. That's also the case in Indonesia. Like, so if you speak in Indonesian and somebody else speaks in Indonesian, like you can sometimes sort of tell like where this person is from, even though they're not using their regional language. If you guys are speaking just in like Bahasa Indonesia, sometimes you can tell that, oh, this person is from this area, this person is from this area, judging from their like intonation and what kind of words they use and everything. Yeah, accent makes people different from each other. I feel like it's kind of something unique that needs to be embraced. Like people who are still learning language, like of course, like I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro. Like I'm still learning. Obviously, like there's no. I feel like there's no finish line when it comes to learning. Learning is a process, and finding confidence is one of the most difficult things to do, I think, at least in my case. I know there's a lot of people out there that can just like speak whatever with ease without they don't really have the worry of like, oh, it's fine if I make a mistake. And that's like good on them, like honestly. But I know there are some people who like to overthink stuff, like, oh, I don't want to accidentally like make a mistake. What if they make fun of me? What if I accidentally offend somebody? Having confidence is the best step, and it's actually what I overcame, and it's really nice. What I do a lot is like, oh, maybe if I don't know how to say something, I'll just explain it in a very roundabout way, and then my conversation partner would be like, oh, do you mean this? And I'd be like, yeah, that's what I meant. I guess being able to hold a conversation is very important. Like even if you make a mistake and the other person like tries to confirm something with you, you'll be able to like, oh yeah, that's what I meant, or at least like try to explain like what you mean. And if you feel like you're unconfident, like you could always say like, oh, sorry if my English sorry if my English is like not too good, but this is what I mean, like, do you think, like, is it understandable or something? And then I bet like most people like wouldn't mind. Most people could understand anyway. I used to say that a lot, like it's kind of weird, but like I would be speaking with like correct English and be like, I'm sorry if I have grammatical mistakes and stuff like that. It's because it's, you know, it's like a confidence issue, you know.